Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Link Up. It's your host, your boy, Ron the Don. We got another episode live and in living color. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I got a very special guest. This one of my boys, my dog. You know, sometimes we get confused as the same person.
Facts.
Ladies and gentlemen, CoolAzzTony.
What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good?
We definitely appreciate you for coming out today, dog.
Most definitely. Feeling good. I'm feeling good.
Family good?
Yes, indeed.
You know,
yes, indeed.
A lot has happened over the past week. You know, we've been trying to do this for quite a minute. We've been talking about this for a while now.
We definitely have. Definitely finally got it in motion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like they always say, ain't no time like the present. But
definitely a big fact now. Definitely a big fact.
You know, I'm gonna just jump straight into it. You know, we get confused a lot now.
Definitely, and it's like the distinct difference is my dread's a little longer.
I wear glasses,
but it just somehow I guess we like Chinese and the Asian culture. We all look alike, I guess.
Hey.
But it's funny though. It's definitely funny. It's amusing.
Definitely because the people who be saying it on what they look like, you know, I ain't gonna go into details.
That's a whole nother story now. Definitely it is.
But nah, man. You know, we definitely have known each other a short period of time, but we grown a bond. You know, that's why you hear, you know, live and in person. And we definitely got an appreciation for each other. You know, I appreciate you. You're a hard worker.
Mr.
Get It Done.
Appreciate it.
You know,
I mean, the same for yourself, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go in, you know what I'm saying? You Mr. You know, get it popping. You know what I'm saying? You know, what go? You know, he go in, he stand on, you know, business and integrity type thing. So, you know, I definitely respect that though.
I'm nothing like you though, Mr. Stairmaster.
Yeah, most definitely. You can definitely catch me at your local gym, you know what I'm saying? I'm the Stairmaster, ready, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I want to get into it, man. How, like, you know, seeing that you work hard, man, you a family man, like you do anything, you know, to provide for like your daughters, man, which I like you love to see, especially as a black man, you know, in our community. It's something that you don't really see too often. You know, I hate to say it, you know, I love, you know, my people, but we do have like this thing going on. But, you know, you work, father full time, you know, you really cool guy. People love you, bro. Like, how did that all come about for you, bro? Like, how do you get to where you are now?
Really just, you know what I'm saying? I always, you know, since I was young, I had that stay down till you come up type of mentality. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Getting out the mud, cause it's like, I enjoy the process of like doing things. So it's like, I'm that type, like, I mean, it's like an architectural type of mindset where like, you know, I like to build a house from the foundation, not just, you know what I'm saying, moving to one. With that being said, it's like already having those inside of me. And then on top of that, like having like, you know, getting raised by a single mother. She raised 7 boys. So it's like on top of that, like seeing that. So that's like a extra, like something that was instilled in me. So it's like always having to go get it by all means. You know what I'm saying? Like not settling for less. So that was kind of embedded in me as a youth. So it's like now that like me being an adult, like I use those same like tactics to kind of build my life in a sense. And on top of that, using like adversity to my advantage on the basis of like instead of looking at everything like it's difficult in a sense though, because we all go through difficult times and things of that nature. Also, it's another side of that thought too, because it's always a dual perspective when it comes to reality. So it's like if I can look at something and say it's gonna be a messed up day and it continue to be a messed up day, because I've done manifest that. So if I can switch that and make it something positive and like, oh yeah, I know I went through that, I know I did that, but shit, that's what I'm gonna do now. Basically, learn from your mistakes and and not being afraid to, you know what I'm saying, have those conversations with yourself. Basically, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely respect that. Like for me, it's one of them things like ever since I was a kid, I kind of had to take on a responsibility, you know, with my dad being sick and everything, so I had to take on extra responsibility. So like I'm actually, still very young. So everybody be like, "You so mature," but I had no other choice but to, grow up and just get it how you live. So like I feel like I definitely understand where you coming from with that. Um, growing up, we came from the same hood, pretty much same area.
It's all the
You know, like generally people like us, in the environments we in now, we cool people, quiet,
chill, laid back,
chill,
reserved
laid
type
back,
thing.
but we get stigmatized, we might go in the elevator and somebody pressing the button, close. You might be walking in the hallway, somebody might clutch their purse and stand on the other side, even though, we share that environment on the daily.
Facts.
How do you approach that? Like, how do you, basically on like, how do you say, despite all that going on, I'm still gonna be kind to you. I'm still gonna do my thing. I'm still gonna be Tony at the end of the day.
That's definitely interesting. It's like how I view it, how I approach it is like a mental sickness like, in my perception. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like the only thing I really have control of is my reaction. I can't control what nobody else like do or say honestly. And if you do, you'll drive yourself insane. So it's like no, I don't even engage in walking down that road. So basically, my perspective is like it's more of a mental illness when I understand things like like for instance, like slavery. Like you did something to me. Why are you feeling like I'm attacking you? But it's just like the guilty conscience of like if you done wrong someone. Like for an example, if I come to your home and I steal something, I'm looking over my shoulder to try to see when you gonna catch up to noticing that I stole that from you. And that basically the mental syndrome that other ethnicity groups kind of like go through when they know that they have done something. So it's like to see you as a reflection of what I have done more so than what you can do to me. But they also know that most people in life seek revenge. So it's like they see it from that perspective because most people can only judge you from their own perspective of what they seen or what they do or what they've been through. Most people just be out here projecting. So if I know that ain't me, it ain't my character, ain't no need to really feel offense because like how the saying go when you was young, if it ain't true, why you getting mad? So it's like honestly, it sounds simple, but it's like it really is the truth. Like I'm gonna get mad because I don't want to accept your perception of me because it ain't me. Like why can I get mad, bro? Just you feel me? By one, I can't control what you think, so just keep moving around to get out my way. You feel me? So it's like, wait, I find humor in it because now you just trying to project onto me, and it's funny because really, when you project, you really just showing me your inner self of who you really is, though, which is really an insecure person.
It's funny that you say that because me and you, we know a guy who projects his problems onto everybody else a lot. That's been something where the beef been brewing a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's many ways that you could tackle this topic, but like in a situation where you out there, say you doing your thing, and somebody really hating on you, and you don't really know why. How do you move around that? Because like in the life today, bro, like it's one of them things. Sometimes you don't even know that this person has it out for you. In your situation, you found out from, a lady. You know, it's one of them things. Like had you not known, who knows what could have happened. You know what I'm saying? So it's like in today's society, how do you move around in those situations, bro? Because it's really dangerous out here.
It definitely is though. It definitely is. I mean, it's a lot of goofies out here though. A lot of clowns. You know what I'm saying? It's a masquerade party, should I say? Type things like you feel me? You feel me? In a representative, like they receptionist or something like that, in a representative face, like they trying to promote a Fortune 500 business and stuff. You feel me? I mean, but honestly, how I maneuver though, honestly though, I feel like this though. When you actually moving pure, the stuff come to you naturally though. You feel me? Either it's gonna come through your intuition or somebody like gonna come to you and just tell you. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But also, I feel like those people are more so in self hatred more so than anything. And those type of people don't like to see anybody who's striving to be great or have the potential to be great or just anybody who just have that willpower because most people know that it's not in them and then by you doing that you making me look bad in certain aspects because
Yeah.
I'm trying to convince everybody that's who I am, but really that's who you is.
Right.
And then it's like, you know,
Yeah.
that's how I kind of play out, how I
So
see it.
so to play devil's advocate, because you already know where I stand on the matter, but to play devil's advocate, say this person like you moving how you move, but this person may not particularly like how you move because they feel like you trying them every day.
But that more so of a self insecurity, honestly though, because I'm not gonna stop moving how I'm moving if I ain't stepping on nobody's toes to accomplish what I'm accomplishing. So that's something that you got to deal with because majority of my moves, if I had to step on somebody's toes by me having like morals and values, I wouldn't even accept those type of offer. But if how I'm moving offended you, you need to really look at yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or sus, like whatever. Go within, like stop looking out. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why you feel the way you feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Because it ain't me, it's gonna be somebody else. I'm just saying.
I feel you. I mean, I respect that. Another thing I respect about you, is you always father first, bruh. Can you
Yeah.
really speak on how that drives you every day to be a better version of yourself? Because we had conversations off the pod about it, but it's almost approaching Father's Day. Is important to be a father out here.
Yeah.
Essentially, is what I'm
Yeah.
getting at.
Yeah.
How does that feel you in everyday life?
Definitely feel me on the basis of like I say, my mother, like I grew up with basically my mother raising seven, you know what I'm saying, boys, you know what I'm saying, into men. So it's like by me not having that to go to, like in my development and understanding as I got older, like the damage it can do to an individual and also like the power it can do as well. So it's like, let me try to do something different with mine. And that would actually kind of fuel me to like to be in there and to kind of create the future that I didn't have to see what kind of individual they would be by me being in their life and instead of not in because it's easy to not be in. You know what I'm saying? When things get crazy. So it's like you can easily I mean you gotta keep the fuel going. So that will actually my fuel is like not having mine. So it's like I'd be damned if I present them with the same future because statistically, you know, it turns out like pretty rough for a child with just one parent in the home or just in their life period statistically shows because I mean they got a statistic where like they saying like 80% of like the people in jail they did like a survey and 80% of the population that was in jail they always raised by single mothers. I mean there's a lot of strong single mothers, a lot that try, but it goes to show like the present and the development of a father as well is very crucial in the life without having to throw shade at women type thing because we all play a very important part when it comes to the development of children.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. Like, for me, it was a little different. Like, my dad was always in my life, definitely was my best friend. But due to, like, sickness and all that, he ended up being very limited to what he can do. But him being that best friend for me, that's why I take so much pride in being, a father, like, to my own. Because it's like, I know what it's like to have, like, a father. And the same thing with my mom. Like, I'm super close with
Right.
my mom. So just having, like, that family
Hmm.
dynamic, them parents, to
Yeah.
keep you going and show you the way, I definitely
Hmm.
think it's important, bruh. And like, one thing like, people don't realize, like, once you have a child, if you just built that way, like
Hmm.
for me, once I had a child, like, it came as like, dang, I'm really about to have a child, but then immediately I start going into I gotta do this, this, and this.
Yeah.
Like it started turning into a
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
motivator.
Yeah.
Like,
Fact. In the same here though. In the
yeah,
same here, like I kind of like. grew up and matured a little, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
fast, you know what I'm saying? So,
exactly.
but it was well needed too, though, you know what I'm saying? Because
Most definitely.
shit, God know what we need more than us. So,
Facts.
you know, so it's like, I'm put this in your pathway, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, get you to this point, you know, in a
Yeah.
sense though, because this play a important part in your development type thing.
I definitely feel that way because, like, in my situation, I feel like God definitely blessed me with a son at the right
Hmm.
time. 'Cause like I said, my dad was my best friend.
Right.
Then I ended up losing him, fortunately. And then, like, not so soon after, I ended up getting, a son who literally reminds me exactly of my father.
Right.
So I feel like God,
Mm.
and that whole thing where they say your child is 10 times worse than you was,
It's definitely a true
it's
fact.
definitely fact. I'm talking about, dude, my son, he be thinking he a wrestler or something.
Yeah.
Man. Just be trying to jump off the couch, everything. Go Jeff Hardy.
You know, the Hardy Boys.
But being that, you a father, you have daughters,
Yeah.
you a stand up dude. We unfortunately saw, the situation with Diddy and
Hmm.
Cassie Ventura,
Yeah.
which he came out and apologized. Like, how do you feel about that?
Um, honestly though, it's like like this, like basically having daughters. Like I ain't you ain't finna sit here and do that to mine for one. But also though, I also understand like, you know, how women can be at time, and I know their biggest weapon is the mouth, so they can kind of tear man down with things that they say as well. But particularly with the Diddy situation, it's more so like he just sorry because he got caught. I think you know what I'm saying. Because
Hmm.
because if you really was sorry, you would have been like seek help to like prevent these things. By
Yeah.
you having as much money and success that you have and buying all the stuff that you are buying, and you know what I'm saying, living the life you is living. So it's like you never sought to uh to seek out mental health until like all your darkness came to light type thing. You know what I'm saying? That's just my how I see it. You know what I'm saying? After seeing like the video and you know what I'm saying, and also like with the video being so old, it's like some way, some fashion, it was suppressed. So it's
Hmm.
like, but it's like now it's hard to suppress when you got a lot of people against you. So it's like people like out there throwing free throws at it. Like, yeah, I think you too. Hey, take this too. Here, hey, you go something right there too. Like shit
Hmm.
come out the woodwork now because
Yeah.
like you got so many people that done you done cross paths that you done messed over. So it's like now
Right.
I ain't holding none of your secrets no more.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying?
most definitely. I just feel like the situation is just crazy within itself. Honestly, like we all know, like the apology was only because the video did come out because
Right.
we saw the man give 10
Hmm.
million.
Yeah.
So like he
Instantly.
exactly, so he know,
Hmm.
like he already knew, like what was happening. But like you said, I do think this gonna start opening the door for all these other people to come in because
Yeah.
it's like now, like we seen it,
Yeah.
we heard about it for the
Yeah,
longest time, but
it's
we
no
done seen it.
it's no
Like
longer speculation. His word
exactly.
against hers. It's like
So
this is a fact now. Like
like
video don't lie. You know.
you hate to see the downfall of a black man, but in
Yeah.
this situation, it's
Right.
kind of like it is what it is. He did it to himself,
That- and even with that being said, like I hate to see it too, but also I understand all black people ain't black people either though. And I say that to say this, like a lot of our own have betrayed our own for generations and years. Like you can go
Yeah.
all the way back to slavery. Like, people were getting like the kings and queens was part of the slave trade as well in Africa because they were getting trinkets and shit like stuff that they didn't have on in Africa, like the alcohol, the booze, and all that type of stuff. And they were selling their own people for those things, and these were kings and queens like of the land. So it's like it's just a repeated cycle to me. So that's why I say all black people ain't black people because it's genuinely in you. You know what I'm saying? It's like a DNA thing more so than you know a skin thing.
You know what I always wondered though, like, cause this not every black person. Like I know somebody who like pro black, do everything she can get a shirt off her back for a black person. You know what I'm saying? But it's also like the thing about our community. I remember like working at like one of my previous jobs, and basically every time like a black person came in, it was like, yo, we cool, we black. I
Hmm.
want a discount. and like
Right.
they use that to their advantage. But then on the other end, I'm trying to get up out of that job. I asked this
Mm-hmm.
person, can you help me whoop de whoop? They kind
Mm-hmm.
of like, no, see, I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah.
Why you think it's like that? Why you think, people are pro black because of like through situations, like it's situation dependent. Why is that, bruh?
Man, in my um perspective, I see it like this, like I just said, like it's in the DNA, is in you. So it's like they come from lineage of people who have traded and tricked on their own. So it's all they ever seen. So it's like it built into the DNA type thing. And on top of that, it's like it's that, and also it's a something that they call um post traumatic slave syndrome. Because even in slavery, it was like you couldn't stand up for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like you try to stand up for something, I'm gonna hurt you, beat you, kill you, and I'm gonna humiliate you type thing. So it's like you passing that thing along DNA wise through your kid, and now it's generations of families just becoming more trauma bond in all actuality, and then it become a thing that I feel like we just do it unknowingly because it's so embedded into the subconscious of the mind type thing. Yeah, so basically people just replay these things out in reality without even knowing, because a lot of people on really autopilot. We live in a society where it teach us to be kind of selfish in a sense, though, like get you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So you better get you before I get me, or vice versa. So it's like, and social media kind of play a part too, because it's a place where people like, you know, how can I put it? More so like they compare, and all it is a snapshot of a minute of your life. But people compare so heavily on that. But go back to like why people act the way they act though, but it more so the post traumatic slave syndrome in a sense though, where like it was like it's in our DNA to like take from us, because if we take from the other, we know the consequences behind it, and it just made into a modern fashion, I believe so, in a sense.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I just hate the whole like, black on black crime. I mean, I hate crime in general,
Yeah,
but like
facts
just
though.
nowadays, if
Facts.
you look at somebody wrong,
They ready to take it up there
you
for
know
what
what I'm
reason
saying?
though? And
Like,
they ain't do you nothing wrong. It's just like, but it's just a whole bunch of broken people walking around with they pain and frustration. Because remember, like I said, people always judge off their own perception. So whatever somebody going through, they gonna project that out onto you or whatever around them in a situation. Like, you
mm-hmm.
feel me? Because if something pissed me off, nobody better say shit to me. Like, that's how a coach is. Like, you better not say nothing to me, bro. You take it over anybody. And like, I ain't do nothing to you. That person ain't do nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it be misdirected anger because we've been programmed to not, throw the anger and where it need to go. So we just hit a lot of innocent bystanders.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, but on the other side of black culture, it's also some beautiful things. Like I like
Yeah,
when like something do happen,
yeah,
black people gonna rally.
yeah. Facts
You know what
though.
I'm saying? We got good sitcoms. We got
Yeah, definitely a lot of good black things. Yeah,
HBCUs.
and every culture takes from our culture to
Yeah,
recreate for their own. So yeah,
shoot.
you know what I'm saying. Like even like Louis Vuitton, like for an example, like those symbols is come from Africa. They come from Africa tribes. People like they one of the biggest brands out there in the world, but it lets you know that we are the source of creation. You just got to believe in yourself to create it. You know what I'm saying? But it's easy to get in your own way. There's a lot of things out here that's full of tricks and illusions. I ain't gonna lie, a lot of
You
tricks
know,
and illusions, man.
higher power maybe controlling the narrative, controlling the system.
Hey, man, who can never control the media? Control the masses. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah.
I can control what you intake and how you intake it. So I can play on your perception. And a
Mm.
lot of people, in their, you know, then I ain't going, but
Yeah. I
yeah,
feel you though. But
yeah.
on the positive side of culture, what's some of your favorite black sitcom?
That's some good ones now. Let's not get it twisted now. I mean, Fresh Prince was definitely one. I ain't gonna sit here and lie about that.
Respect.
No, the Cosby, what I'm saying? Because it was definitely, a good era when that came out. It taught like black unity and black family.
This before Psycho Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eating all the Jello, in the banana pudding. What it was, banana pudding, chocolate pudding, all that. Yeah.
Oh, now you gotta throw Martin in there.
Martin definitely is a classic. That's the top window. I ain't gonna even sit here and lie. I should have named that one first, but Fresh Prince came to my mind first because I recently watched that. I ain't gonna lie. That's the reason why it came to mind. But Martin is definitely number one. That's the GOAT one. I ain't gonna lie. And then I say Fresh Prince. You know what I'm saying?
Who else I got to throw in there? The Wayans Bros, bro.
They was nice.
That was my show.
Living Colors.
You talking about Living Single?
That was a nice window.
Latifah.
Yeah,
that was nice. Now, black TV has taken a little turn as of lately. We talk about this, all the time, man. We got 50 Cent doing some things right now. That man really been on it. He been putting on for the culture, man.
He definitely the GOAT when it comes to like the production of this era and the content that he creating. Yeah, his series is crazy. All of them. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm kind of sad about book 2 being the final season.
Yeah, me too. I ain't gonna lie. It's been a nice little ride though.
But if you had to rank them in order so far, including BMF,
okay,
like as your favorites, how would you rank them?
That's interesting because I
hear this debate all the time.
But me, how will ranking it? I would put Ghost first, like the first one, the first Power, because that set it all off. That set up all this stuff that we seeing now.
Sure.
Honestly, second, it's a tough one, but I definitely have to go BMF.
Yeah.
And then I go, Raising Cane. I mean, it's kind of tough because Raising Cane and also the one with Tyreek, the Book of Power. That kind of interesting too, because it kind of like, put myself back in my mindset when I was like in my youth days in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, having to get it how you live and you out here hustling and you out here trying to, you know what I'm saying? You trying to survive. So I have, walked in those shoes so I can kind of relate, but I also can relate to, the Raising Canaan because growing up it was around me, like being born in it.
But like for the CI, we know we might watch this.
Yeah, like he might. But I'm more so I'm not in that space of life right now where I'm at now. So it's just like but being like growing up in the community that I grew up in, I can relate to both of those. But it's kind of tough. It's kind of like a tie in a sense though, but it's a toss up with that one. I'm not gonna sit here and lie, but then, for last place, I have to put the one with Tommy. It's a real good one now. Don't get it twisted. Now it's not one. It's up against some good competitors too, though. You gotta respect that too. So
I agree with that list, but I put Tariq third and Kanan. I put Tommy over Kanan only because it I don't know. Kanan took a while. Like for me to get invested, like Tommy, like after the first couple episodes, I was like, but then like towards the end, and then that second season, I started getting into it more. Like Raising Canaan, it wasn't really until like end of the second season.
Yeah,
because like when Unique brother, when
he got out, he went psycho. Yeah, he went crazy.
But
it was on another level, I tell you.
We talked about Diddy and 50 Cent, Bill Cosby. 3 things those guys have in common. At one point in their careers, they were known as successful black men, successful businessmen. I know you a businessman right now. You want to talk a little bit about your business and what's to come?
Yes. All mind sharing a little, detail with the people. Like, I mean, a lot of it is in the process, so it's like to come in a sense. But it's a athletic wear, and it's basically like I want to make it for both sex. But first, starting off, I'm going to like basically like target like the women crowd in a sense. right now I'm in development stage. Like I'm going through, I'm looking at pieces, trying to see what I like, and you know what I'm saying, getting those ordered so I can get those pressed up. Like, and the name I LLC'd it. The name of it, Dream Body Athletics. So you know, people can be looking forward to that to be coming soon. I mean, that's all the little detail I can kind of like, you know, saying get to you at the moment, but you know, just stay tuned
It's a
and
little
watch
wait
the
and
come.
see.
You know, yeah, definitely on the next one, you guys gonna know a lot
Oh
more.
yeah,
You know, a
definitely.
lot more.
We
But
gonna need, you know, the pod. We gonna get up there. We gonna need a sponsor. You feel me? Like we gonna, you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
and also like what made me go women's first as well though initially is by me basically having daughters, and it's like a lot of you know and seeing women's sports starting to blow and being as popular as it is as well. And on top of that, like a lot of places I go to that I do take my daughters, you know, there's a lot of, you know, athletic moms there and, you know, people that go to the gym, and I go to the gym a lot. So it's like I'm always in a dynamic or in this realm of like people who like health conscious, and it's just something for them to wear to, you know, walk around in and to be comfortable in, and, you know, and also, you know, trying to, you know, do this thing where being a black entrepreneur and
Mm-hmm.
going in that direction to give my kids something to fall back on more so than just working for someone and, you know, teaching them how to do the same thing. So it's like trying to evolve into that space a lot more in a sense.
Now my question, you know, you say Dream Body Athletics.
Yeah.
You know, my skinny sisters gonna have it. My sisters with the BBLs. My sisters with
Yeah.
big body bends. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Definitely. I'm gonna have it for, you know, all sides of women, you
yeah,
know, cause, you know, I don't discriminate, you know, and I feel like, you know, when you put this on, you gonna really feel what I'm talking about. Like, you know, our slogan is if you can dream it, you can build it. So even if you is a, you know, saying a BBL and you know, or what they call it, a
BBW.
BBW,
You know.
you know, we can transform that to make you look like you got a BBL. You know what I'm saying? All we need to do
Okay.
is some. But when you put this on, you're gonna be like, yeah,
So
I'm
Dream Body and DreamWorks, huh?
all in one. You know what I'm saying? So you know, DreamWorks, watch out now. You know, we making movies in real life. Viral. Wow. Big fact, big facts.
All right, man. You know, we talking about, you got the women's clothing line coming up, and we don't approve of what Diddy did to women. You got daughters, man. And we love women on this podcast. And that's the link up. We love our queen. You know what
Most
I'm
definitely,
saying?
man. Without a, you know,
Could you see yourself fighting over a woman if, you her ex and like hypothetically speaking, like could you see fighting another one of her exes?
no.
No. I say that to say, and it wasn't about this, it wasn't this situation, but Tyga and Travis Scott got into it over the weekend. It wasn't about Kylie. It wasn't about Kylie,
Mm-hmm.
but you know,
Right.
who knows? It could have
We've
been
been
deep down.
correct.
They was on stage or they was at an event and they announced, in the building we got Travis Scott,
Right.
Tyga, and AE.
Right. Right.
And
Right. Right.
your boy Travis started wilding out, feeling some way. He snatched the
Mm-hmm.
mic, and
Mm-hmm.
then that prompted AE to be like,
Hold on.
what you on? And then it just brawl took out from there. We had
Yeah.
Southside jumping in. Man, what's your thoughts on this situation?
Honestly, I mean, personally, I mean, it's a lot of dual perspectives when it comes to like people reaction that came to this, but I definitely wouldn't fight over no female. I'm gonna say him keep it 100 with y'all. Like that's not my thing because I understand like the power of abundance, and it's more them than me. So I mean, not to sound like cocky or anything of that nature, but it's just like an understanding of like that's a fact. But then I say that to say this too, though. Like also, a lot of guys are a little tender. You know what I'm saying? So it's like knowing like cause it's like this, like when men and women like kind of date is like a different perspective and dynamic on top of that. Like dudes more so when they date women or talk about or basically like in a relationship with a woman, they try to choose the one who have like the least body count because it's like a thing of like I don't want to go nowhere and shit, and everybody know bought my chick, or basically like I put it into perspective, like I got a home, but shit, everybody done been in my home, so how safe do I feel going in that motherfucker every night, knowing that everybody done been in there, or they still possibly got a key because the locks haven't been changed. Because dudes think like this, like on the basis of like once a dude name on a list, they on that forever. You feel me? In the sense of like we never have to, try to establish anything because it's easy to, get back to that point because we've seen each other on that level. And I'm talking about like, the level of where, you could possibly have kids if you ain't doing it right,
Yeah.
type thing. And in a situation, I feel like, I don't know if it's true, but maybe Travis was like a little tender on the basis of like knowing that Tyga had his girl first. And Tyga done did a lot of things with her and introduced her to a lot of things too, because he been talking to her since she was like what, like 17 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he done exposed, cause like that first syndrome. Every woman remember they first more so than anybody after. If you wasn't that impactful, more so like mentally on her, like you know what I'm saying, like having her on the basis of where she like constantly think and crave you in a sense. Though the first always, you know what I'm saying, they get a lot of that. You know what I'm saying?
But Travis did drop two in it.
He did, but you gotta understand too though, like was it dropped out of like trying to like, you know what I'm saying, lock you down? Because dudes do that just as well as women. Like if dudes feel like you have some value to my life, in a sense though, they'll put one in you.
Yeah.
Just like women feel like if you will come up for me, I'll let you drop one in me.
But yeah, being that, we talked about, women and everything, do you see yourself fighting over females?
No, I really don't see myself fighting over a female because I mean females will do what they want to do at the end of the day too, just as well as males. I mean, we all have willpower, so I mean, definitely not finna fight over no female. I mean, I kind of like. I mean, another reason why I say it like that too. I mean, maybe if I had a wife, it would be different because it's like, okay, cool, this like we have integrity for each other, like we stand up for each other. But like, me being like a single individual, because I don't want to just sit here and be like, in a sense. But even like fighting over like even like a wife, like if it's like someone she already done dealt with in a sense, though, it's like I can't even get mad about that because that's like before me, as long as nothing is going on at the moment type thing. Because that's all about respect and integrity, but also, I mean, but being single and and how people move and operate out here. I mean, a lot of dudes are tender, so it's like because they care so much about the woman's past so much to the point where like past rears head, they ready to fight it. In a sense though, that probably what went on because that's the only thing I can think of because y'all characters, y'all, y'all in relation, y'all have relations with the same individual. Like one is currently and one is in the past. And then like both of them play a significant part in her life. So it's like this one was her first, but this one is her first in this one. I mean, I feel like Travis was a little very insecure. I ain't even say a little insecure, very insecure in order to grab the microphone to blast somebody. Like me personally, man, I let you move around, do what you do, homie. Like, you feel me? I'm gonna do what I do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Love, mean like, we gotta pass head over no chick. Like, can't, like, you know what I'm saying? But I also understand the man's ego too is very fragile. That play a big part too. And a lot of wars have started because of these type of situations, like with women and stuff. So, and the main thing I keep the boys, man. Let them choose. I remember you, him, they, them. Like, you know what I'm saying? So choose. Let them choose. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta choose where you want to be at as an individual. I feel like as a man, anyway, you're like focusing on your grind and you out here doing your thing. Those type of things you ain't really worried about anyway. You feel me? Let's say hypothetically speaking, she was doubling back. I'm gonna drop you and get somebody else. Cut her emotion. Like, come on, like, stop be stupid now. Like, you feel me? But I understand he got a family and all that type of stuff like that. So it's a dynamic, but also it's like at the same time, feel like life is all about the evolution of oneself. So if it ain't elevating you and it bringing you down and your character down, it ain't really in a spot for you to be anyway. What are you really getting out of it besides becoming a low vibrational person?
I mean, in this situation, I just feel like maybe it is about value, maybe it's not. But like, what was the point?
Right. What do you get out of it? You feel me?
Like,
because if I know I ain't like hitting your girl, bro, you want to spank me. That's insecurity in you, bro, more so than anything. Like, you want to spank on me? I ain't been hitting your girl. Like, what the fuck? Like, you want to spank on me, bro? Because you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like,
Kylie and Trev, I don't even think they're together anymore. So it don't even,
you feel me?
it don't even make sense.
Unless it was a bunch of backhanded shit that went on through the relationship, and want to make sure like she was sneaking out to him, getting caught and all that other fuck shit. You feel me? But it still ain't no reason to go after that dude. But if you're gonna check somebody in the situation, it needs to be the individual that's at the core. Not all this, you know what I'm saying? If you really want to check somebody. But me personally, I just move around them. You know what I'm saying? I keep it pushing. You feel me? Elevation.
Shout out to that boy Joe, by the way. I know he gonna see this.
Yeah,
he probably like a bitch. My
boy Joe.
Who's the better artist in your opinion, Travis or Tyga?
I mean, that's interesting because they both have two different sounds. Honestly, I got some bars here and there. I ain't gonna say here a lot like Tyga ain't got no bars. Tyga definitely can have some bars for you. You feel me? But Travis, not more so of a lyricist. He more of a like. He makes songs that he can perform at a concert type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think they in two different realms. Tyga's more so of a rapper. He came up as a street battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? They lanes are different, but I can really say that Travis had the most popular sound out of the two.
I also think he got like more range than what he's able to do. Cause he like Travis kind of like in that Kanye mode, like, where like he, melodies and like Kanye Kid Fade, like that branch of people, and then Tyga, like you said, he more like a rapper. Like in that Young Money, the Hot Boy Tree, that
it's whole.
Speaking of Young Money, I don't know if you saw it, but Nicki Minaj, she got herself in a little situation in Amsterdam, traveling with, bags and all, which you can't, bring on a plane in the airport, which she claims that the officers at the airport went and took her bag without consent. And this has been making the rounds, on social media. With everything going on with Nicki Minaj, with this situation, her beef with Megan, the things going on with her affiliation with her husband, her brother, and all this stuff, what's really going on with Nicki Minaj, man? What is it over for, or?
That's very interesting because Nicki is a good artist. Not getting it twisted. She's very, very talented and great artist. Decision wise, we always say people are individuals at the end of the day, but also that being an individual, you got to be aware of your decision as well. So it's like, I didn't give people black. We all still human. But I also think in this perspective as well, like, like certain people move like this as well, like on the basis of, like, for example, let's say that, I'm coming from Florida, we hanging out, they'll find them up back to back. We got, some side that we ain't finished. Or basically, where we finna go at, they ain't got no sauce. We don't know nobody that got sauce. So it's like, certain people will take their chances. Okay, we finna see how we can get this out there. We finna finish this, or we finna get this out there because we ain't got none there. We ain't got no connect or nothing like that. And then also, it's like, there's always one person in the camp that's supposed to be the fall guy. So I think that she said something about it being her.
Yeah, she said like the pre-rolls security already had told baggage claim like they belong to him,
right,
and all that. So it wasn't even like hers. That's what they said.
Correct. So it's like that, like how I say, like, always like in the group, like even in the mafia, like, or street runners or however you want to put it, it's always like, hey, the first person gonna take the fall for us because the bigger picture is on the bigger individual that bringing this in. But if all goes wrong, you're gonna take the charge for it. You know what I'm saying? And maybe we'll bail you out, or shit, we'll see you can't team money to make sure you're good enough you get out. Like you know how that world works. So I mean, that could be one perspective. I mean, ain't 100% smart idea. I ain't gonna sit here and say it's 100% smart idea, but I know what comes behind the logic of people making decisions do as well. Because in that world, that is logic. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell me what is logic and what ain't logic. I mean, in that perspective, but I don't think it was the best idea because, you got to always assess the risk and stuff like that. And like country to country, I mean, they can trafficking even for like a small amount, you know what I'm saying? And the foreign laws are a lot different than the American laws. That's also something that plays a part in it. You make it smoke all you want in Amsterdam, but you know what I'm saying? And so, you also got to, even though you're a player trying to play the game out here, but you also got to be respectful and mindful of the rules of others. The thing where you from is where you at. So you got to always understand what soil you stepping on and what comes with that soil that you stepping on. That came with that. Like, even though you telling me, but all laws, it's like, maybe you can't fly with it. You know what I'm saying? You could have, probably, ask them, well, let me finish this year outside the airport before I go in. You know what I'm saying? They probably already gave you that option, but hey, also with being a celebrity, they want to make a step out of you too, because they feel like a lot of celebrities have their way. So they like, we got to have way to be. Yeah.
They try to make a name off of the celebrity.
Right. This might look 15 minutes of fame, because when everybody, they look back at me or Google this, whatever like that, yeah, maybe 15 minutes of fame. You may forget about it in 2 weeks from now, but hey, whenever they talk about that speculation in that situation, my name will be linked. People live for clout too, so it's like a lot of dual perspective. So you just got to be cautious on how you do it. You know what I'm saying? More so than anything, if you respect what comes with the game, you just got to be.
Most definitely. I mean, to me, this is like not a big deal. It's people making it seem. I just feel like, I can see if it was cocaine.
That's 100% different.
I can see if it was that, but it's out.
And you in a place where it's legal. Like, come on, like it's legal.
So it ain't too much of it. We spoke about Nicki. We spoke about Travis and Tyga. We like to do a segment on the podcast called Song of the Day, man. You got any song that you've been bumping? Maybe it's something that you want to put the people on to. It's music that you came up with. Anything you want to, put out there to the people?
I had a couple songs of the day. I definitely had I mentioned one earlier, but I've been playing this one a lot too, though. Y'all might let me pull out the phone real quick. Make sure I get this correct. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of things I've been bumping though. But the baby definitely, that little tape he had, 3 songs, those dumb, stupid.
Yeah. The baby been going crazy. He's
stupid, man. That man
been rapping his ass off.
Facts. So I mean, the one I've been definitely saying myself vibing to though. I definitely got to give respect to my boy, Uncho. You know what I'm saying? That Yes song. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that thing definitely go crazy though. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you know what I'm saying, vibe with a little vibe, and you know what I'm saying, it creates a nice little ambiance to the situation.
Well, Hunter,
he definitely had though. He definitely, also, got this controversy getting started too with him and the Keisha situation now. You know what I'm saying? So hey, salute to my boy. Hey, ain't gonna lie though. Salute to that boy. He's bad.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Who else been on the road is Sexy Red, bruh. I don't even listen to Sexy Red, but like just that like. My wife, she be on TikTok every time I get it sexy.
That definitely go crazy because it go crazy to the point you know shit crazy when you got like a bunch of different dynamics of people like that joining in and like we fucking. When I say that, it mean like different cultures of people because I haven't seen like country people, different like ethnicity groups, Spanish and Indian and South American, like all different cultures of people like dancing to that on TikTok. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, you have the male and female demographic like tuning in. Like when you got both of those demographics tuning in, it's like universal at that point. You know what I'm saying?
So like with the Ascension of Sexy Red, obviously you mentioned Honcho, two people. Sexy Red from Georgia, right?
I believe she's from St. Louis.
St. Louis, yeah, she is. The Arch.
Yeah, you know, she talk about it a lot, but hey.
What do you think of today's up and coming rappers?
It's definitely a different era, 100%. I'm not gonna even sit here and fake. I mean, it some stuff I have to get tuned into, some stuff just graduate that or whatnot. You know, it gravitate easily to the mental. You know what I'm saying? Like, but some of the stuff is like, I think like it can get oversaturated with like killing and stuff like that. I think in a lot of songs like it become oversaturated because like you get you go to playing like too much rap music inside a place like a club where everybody is, you know what I'm saying, like scarred and traumatized, and all these songs is, you know what I'm saying, reminding me of my scars and my pain, and I just want to sit here and snap and, you know what I'm saying, and do something to somebody. Like, I think it's oversaturated in there. I think like more so like, I mean like early mid 2000s, you know, I don't want to sound old or nothing like that. It was more so of the, you know, getting money music. Like you still have people talking about like, you know, what they gonna do to you, but it's more so based on like trying to hustle, get money, and become successful.
That count up music.
The count up, right? Yeah. And nowadays it's all about up in there, you know what I'm saying? About 10 per, you know, sip some lean, smoke some trees, you know what I'm saying? Be on, you know, more drugs than an average person in the mental facility, and then walk out here and say that I'm okay and normal. That's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that this era is a bunch of, you know, people getting money. Don't get it twisted. A lot of youngsters that get money, and I salute them, but it's also a high number of fucking more so drug users and abusers, and they living in false realities because the drug make them feel that way.
It's so to me because it's like in this generation, it's all about like virality more than it is like money. You know, these rappers, they end up signing deals where now like their money isn't even their money. Like, yeah, you know, it's a lot of that stuff is like lended, a lot of them cars be rented, so it'd be crazy. Like some of them still be like, you know, in the hood. Now some is by choice, like they love it in the hood. Like, people like that. Yeah, but some people like that blow up, like they still in the hood because like they really ain't got like the money, but they got the virality. You know,
we definitely, you know, live in that era where, you know, this era is definitely a clout chasing era. It's all about clout. To be honest, like you say, like people more so worried about clout more so than their pockets. You know what I'm saying? As long as they got, you know, fame and notoriety, they okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to be able to step out and people know you, but then behind closed doors, you in hell. You know what I'm saying? And like it's a bad trade-off when you think about it like that, but it's like it's the reality of the era that we're living in. Like Cardi B and Offset say they do anything. Anything happen, people pulling out their phone, recording and posting it to their page because they want to get 100 likes or they want to get traffic. Like, you know what I'm saying? That thing, like we're living in the viral culture.
Definitely. I saw something so crazy today. Like right before we started fighting, I was on Twitter or what, but like basically somebody was on the high and it was like a woman hanging out the roof, like just nobody going, just like bent over and nothing on. This is what we coming to. Yeah. Everything going
raw and uncensored. You know, especially you having some good music, like that content. You know what I'm saying? Kind of push that too, though. You know, get his crazy. She talks super reckless, lyrical wise, like you know what I'm saying.
And it's like, you know, there's no judgment here. On the other end, a lot of dudes crazy. I said a question that came in from the DMs. Basically, the question is, what determines a man's success in life Since you are our guest, I'll let you go first and take reins on this question.
What determines a man's success in life? It can be a lot of different things, honestly. It all depends on the individual and how they perceive themselves to be in this life. But I think my version of success is creating a life that you want to wake up and live every day. Even if you like, you want to sit here and be like a mailman and and drop mail off. If you successful in dropping mail off and you happy doing it, you win. It ain't all about the money and the clout all the time. It's really about creating a life of happiness and being able to move how you would want to move in life, and things that would help your mental ability become more strong. And that's basically like in a nutshell, in a sense, though, because you could be a millionaire and be miserable. You can have nothing and be happy. You can have nothing to be miserable. You can be a millionaire and be happy. But it's all about being happy, waking up and doing what you do. What it all come down to being. Energy, I mean, feelings are like is a connection of energy. So it's like if you feeling happy, you vibrating happiness. People can feel that radiating off you, and also, you attract more things into your life, and you're not too much stressed about a lot of things. Even if something goes wrong, like we will endure. I mean, endure like a lot of tough days in life because ain't nothing in life is perfect, but it's all about the perception. Because if I put myself in a healthier space in my life and I face these adversities, I can face them with more so like with grace, knowing that this is the thing that what I'm saying, that shall pass, and it's also a learning lesson. I should be getting something like this. Why I came across my path, you know what I'm saying? So it's more so like more things of learning lessons than losses as well. And, as long as you're happy with doing what you're doing, when things actually hard and come your way, you can kind of sidestep or even like without losing yourself, And if you don't wake up, being happy with the life you created and who you are and what you do, no matter what you do, you're gonna connect misery to it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna bring down whatever you touch anyway. If you can cultivate a life that you are happy with, whether you're rich or poor, you can thrive in it and maneuver, or sus, you winning all day.
I mean, I agree. Like for me, success is goal dependent, and then I also feel like in society, this is normal, but a lot of times we get blinded by what others determine our success is. So like we don't even look at what makes us happy and what we trying to reach. It all depends on what other people tell us. And like for me, success is what truly makes me happy, what truly makes me feel accomplished. If I go through something, like I'm gonna just say it, like my ultimate goal is to make it in at the end of the day. I want to make it to heaven. Like that's the ultimate goal, and I'm like that would be success. Like for me, I also want to provide for my family. That'd be success for me. And I'm not somebody who would I love to be like 50 rich, of course, but it ain't like that driving factor because I don't even believe that that would 100% make me happy. But for some people, or for the person that asked this question, it could be like that for you, to where like that's gonna make you super happy, and that's your form of success. So it's very goal dependent on what you want to do and what you like determine is the best for you. But I just feel like a lot of times everybody think we look at LeBron James. LeBron got a lot of haters because he not greater, like because people believe he's not greater than Jordan. They're gonna try to diminish everything that he done, but that don't mean that he's successful. I'm pretty sure. Well, I don't know, but did LeBron James, when he first started playing basketball, did he like envision himself being, to the level that he did now? If he accomplished everything he set out to do, then it was a success. So it's like it's one of those things. Like if you don't accomplish, your mission, you're gonna say it's unsuccessful. So it's just individual dependent. I feel like.
That'd be a nice way of putting it. People, so that's because I may not want to be, what I'm saying, the best or the CEO. I just probably just want to just do enough. Like to me, that's successful. Like I just need want to You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that's my goal, like, but I'm just saying that the individual that's out there, like, you may love the janitor role because the grit that it gives you, the discipline that it gives you. It might not even be about $1. It probably be out of the moral, the more so of the moral things that you got of it. So you don't be insane out here in this world. You know what I'm saying? Trying to gain the whole world and lose yourself type thing. You know? Everybody ain't equipped for that. You know? And some people are. They know how they, gain the whole world and have dominion over it. It said that in the Bible too as well. So it ain't that you don't always have to gain the world and lose yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can actually, come and do the world to you in a sense though, like just how Adam did. Like, he had dominion over the whole earth, like every animal and everything that was here. Then he didn't lose himself to get that.
But before we get on out of here, anything you want to say to the people? You want to shout out your IG? You got anything for us to look forward to?
Yeah, I mean, stay on the look for the athletic wear. I'm gonna let you guys know when the finishing product hit and be ready to be consumed by the public. IG is CoolAzzTony. I mean, kind of like the only platform I'm really on. I need to learn how to expand my horizons on different platforms. But I'm learning. I'm getting to this new era of things.
Yes, sir.
Coming out of the caveman era. It ain't when you get it; it's if you gonna get it.
Well, on that note, I'm your host, Ron the Don. It's been a pleasure. Last Tony.
Yes, indeed.
And we'll see you on the flip side. We out.
Howdy.